Hello everyone, welcome back to NGB Stories. Put your headphones on, tune out the world for a few minutes, and let's get this started.
Right now, somewhere out there, someone is pushing your buttons. Maybe it is a coworker taking credit for your hard work. Maybe it is a family member who just does not get you. Or maybe it is a stranger online attacking your posts. It feels like they are winning, right? They move on with their day, but you don't. Your heart rate goes up. Stress chemicals flood your body. Without even realizing it, you just handed over your peace of mind. You gave it to someone who probably does not even care. But here's the thing. The calmest people are not cold or emotionless. They just know how the human mind works. They use that knowledge to stay unshaken. In the next few minutes, we're going to change everything. We're going to talk about a mental framework that keeps you balanced. You will learn how to turn difficult people into fuel for your own growth. This is not about pretending you don't have feelings. It is about rewiring your response. It is about moving from a place of weakness to a place of pure strength. Welcome to NGB Stories. If you want to master your emotions and reclaim your power, you are in the right place. Stick around until the end, because these insights will change how you see the world. Have you ever wondered why people can trigger you so easily? It is not because you are weak. It is actually because your brain is doing exactly what it was built to do. Thousands of years ago, your brain had one job. It had to keep you alive. But here is the problem. Your ancient brain cannot tell the difference. It sees a snarky comment and thinks it is a wild animal. Both things flip the same internal alarm system. When someone ignores you or treats you like garbage, your panic button goes off. Within a fraction of a second, your system is flooded with stress. Your muscles tighten up. Your smart thinking brain basically shuts down. This is why you cannot think straight when you are angry. This is why you say things you later regret. Every time you react this way, you make the habit stronger. Scientists call this sensitization. The more you practice reacting, the more automatic it becomes. If you have been getting triggered for years, it is because you accidentally trained your brain for it. The worst part is what happens after the trigger. Your emotions hijack your life. You might stay up late replaying an argument. You might take your anger out on your kids or your partner. Meanwhile, the person who upset you has moved on. They are totally clueless about the storm they left in your head. It is like they are living in your mind for free. Most people think the answer is to avoid difficult people. But let's be honest, that is impossible. Difficult people are everywhere. The real answer is changing your relationship with them. Think about physical fitness. Your muscles do not grow when you are comfortable on the couch. They grow when they are under stress. Your emotional strength works the same way. Every difficult person is a chance to practice your cool. Every trigger is a training camp for your mind. People who seem naturally calm were not born that way. They just learned to reframe their thoughts. They know that getting triggered is actually a choice. Being reactive costs you more than you think. It does not just steal your peace. It slowly destroys your potential. Every time you get triggered, your body dumps poisonous stress hormones. Over time, This actually shrinks the part of your brain that makes smart decisions. It makes your alarm system bigger. You become even more sensitive to small things. It is a vicious spiral. Chronic stress is tied to heart problems and a weak immune system. When you let others trigger you, you are giving them control over your health. In your career, reactive people often get passed over. They burn bridges. They make impulsive choices that hurt their reputation. In relationships, reactivity is like slow poison. It creates an atmosphere of tension. Your friends might start avoiding you. You become the person everyone has to tiptoe around. Is that really who you want to be? Think about the most influential people in the world. They do not let opinions or criticism knock them off track. They stay centered because they know their emotional state is their own responsibility. Every moment you spend upset is a moment lost for your goals. But here is a secret. The people who trigger you most are often your greatest teachers. They show you exactly where you are weak. They reveal your hidden fears and insecurities. When you see it this way, difficult people stop being obstacles. They start being opportunities. You can literally reprogram your brain. You can train yourself to stay calm under pressure. Real freedom comes from mastering your response. This is called the detachment mindset. It means you are the ruler of your own emotional space. Nobody gets to enter without your permission. Detachment does not mean being cold. It means you stop needing others to behave a certain way. You stop wasting energy on things you cannot control. The truth is, other people's behavior is about them. It is not about you. When someone is rude, they are showing you their own internal mess. They are showing you their insecurities and their lack of control. It has nothing to do with your value as a human. But your ego loves to make everything personal. Imagine someone is having a terrible day and they snap at you. That reflects their stress, not your worth. If someone criticizes your work, it shows their perspective. It is not the ultimate truth about your talent. Try to observe behavior with curiosity instead of defense. Instead of asking why they are doing this to you, ask what is happening inside them. This shift makes you a student of psychology instead of a victim. Most triggers come from unmet expectations. We expect people to be fair or kind, but expectations are just disappointments waiting to happen. You can influence how people treat you, but you cannot control them. When you accept this, you stop fighting battles you can never win. You start focusing on strategies that actually work. Reacting is automatic and emotional. Responding is intentional and smart. Your brain is incredibly adaptable. You can create a gap between a trigger and your reaction. This gap is called response flexibility. One of the best ways to create this gap is by controlling your body. Your emotions and your breathing are tied together. When you are triggered, your breathing gets shallow. You can reverse this by using box breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold empty for 4. This tells your nervous system that you are safe. Another tool is cognitive reframing. Your brain responds to how you interpret reality, not reality itself. When someone ignores you, you can frame it as rejection. Or you can frame it as them being busy or distracted. The secret is to have these interpretations ready before you need them. You can also try labeling your emotions. Just naming the feeling reduces its power. Say to yourself, "I am feeling frustrated right now." This simple act activates your thinking brain. It creates distance between you and the emotion. Mindfulness is also key. It is the ability to watch your thoughts without being overwhelmed by them. You can practice this all day. Notice the tension in your shoulders and breathe into it. Ask yourself how much this situation will matter in a year. Usually, the answer is not much at all. Learning to sit with discomfort builds massive strength. Emotions are temporary. They arise, peak, and fade away. If you don't feed them with anger, they will pass. Every trigger reveals an area where you need to grow. If criticism hurts too much, maybe your self-confidence needs work. If someone makes you feel powerless, maybe you need better boundaries. Think of triggers as emotional X-rays. They show the cracks in your armor so you can fix them. The person who triggers you in a small way is preparing you for the big moments. They are your personal trainers for emotional fitness. To be truly resilient, you need unshakable boundaries. Real boundaries are about controlling your own responses. An energy boundary means you don't absorb other people's stress. You can be empathetic without becoming an emotional sponge. You can recognize someone is upset without letting it infect you. You remain a stable presence. You have a choice about which emotions you allow into your system. If someone is panicking, you don't have to join them. Their emotions are like rain. You can see the weather without getting soaked. You also need a responsibility boundary. You are responsible for your life, not theirs. You cannot fix everyone's problems or manage their moods. When you accept this, you stop walking on eggshells. You start acting from your own truth. There is also the meaning-making boundary. You decide what things mean. If someone calls you lazy, that is just their interpretation. You don't have to accept it as truth. You are the author of your own story. Finally, you need an attention boundary. Your attention is your most precious resource. Don't let others hijack it with their drama. Not every conflict needs your participation. Not every crisis needs your energy. When you are under intense pressure, you can use emotional aikido. In martial arts, you redirect an opponent's force. In life, you redirect negative energy. If someone is angry, get curious about their perspective. This absorbs the attack without creating friction. You can also use perspective stacking. Quickly think of 5 different reasons why someone might be acting poorly. This keeps your mind flexible. Another advanced move is strategic vulnerability. When you admit your mistakes, people lose the power to use them against you. It makes you appear more confident, not less. There are 4 main types of difficult people. The dominator needs control because they are secretly afraid. Give them small choices to make them feel involved. The spotlight seeker needs attention because they feel invisible. Give them praise for good work, but ignore their drama. The fault finder is a perfectionist who is hard on everyone. Treat their criticism as data and ask for solutions. The helpless complainer feels powerless. Don't solve their problems for them. Instead, ask them what they plan to do next. Understanding these patterns helps you stay calm. You realize their behavior is a symptom of their own struggle. When someone attacks you, try a non-reactive response. Use curious inquiry. Ask them to explain what they mean. This turns you into an investigator instead of an enemy. Most people just want to be heard. You can also use emotional validation. Acknowledge their feelings without agreeing with their words. This often makes their hostility melt away. Strategic agreement is another powerful tool. Find one small thing you can agree with. This removes the adversarial dynamic instantly. As you master your emotions, your social circle will change. You will naturally attract mature, stable people. Drama seekers will find you boring because you don't react. You will become a leader in your family and your job. People will look to you for stability when things get crazy. This influence comes from mastering yourself, not controlling others. You become a bridge builder. You inspire others to be their best selves. This journey requires daily practice. Your morning sets the tone. Don't check your phone immediately. Spend 5 minutes breathing and visualizing your day. See yourself handling challenges with grace. Keep a journal in the evening. Analyze what triggered you and what you learned. This trains your brain to look for growth. Practice stress inoculation. Deliberately do small things that make you uncomfortable. This builds your immunity to stress. Finally, change your relationship with criticism. It is just information. It is not a verdict on your soul. Separate the feedback from the delivery. Even if someone is rude, there might be a kernel of truth you can use. Use rejection as redirection. Every no brings you closer to the right yes. When you validate yourself from the inside, the world loses its power over you. You become unshakable. Not because nothing bothers you, but because you know you can handle anything. You are the architect of your own calm. You have the tools. Now go out there and build a life of genuine freedom.